Why Go Hybrid by Capture Books. The authors at Capture Books fill a particular niche between self-publishing and traditional publishing. We go after the libraries and bookstores like traditional publishers do, and we have the options for hardcover books and a variety of other options that really aren't available to individual self-published authors. Retail is all about serving the public. So find your niche and find a way to serve in a particular and unique way. When you join a hybrid publishing company, you are there to serve not only the public, but each other. And together we're stronger. In any new business, you need to imagine the possibilities and brainstorm how you can serve one another, and then learn to do new stuff. Sometimes when you do something new that you've never done before, you discover that you really enjoy it. There are a lot of tests involved, but there are a lot of joys involved. One of the things we do to market and to network with others is to get involved in writers' conferences. And actually, from the first year that we were in business, we put on writers' conferences. All of our authors have access to one or more book trailers, and the key is really to know how to reuse those book trailers for offering their services as speakers or as banners on Facebook or Twitter. Just looking for new ways to reinvent the book trailer and use it for more marketing purposes. One of the most daunting things for authors is to buy advertising. It can be so expensive. In a hybrid company, the authors decide together if they want to do a half-page ad like this is showing, or a full-page ad even, and share the costs. It's a big advantage. Find a membership organization that really serves your needs. We belong to Christian Small Publishers Association, and the director, Sarah Bohm, is constantly feeding us tips of the trade, things that are changing in the marketplace, and actual links to follow. And those links have proven to be very helpful for us. Appearing in libraries and bookstores and even teaching classes is the #1 way to sell your books as a new author. When an audience resonates with the heart of an author, they will definitely buy a book. Did the memoirs of Mr. B really win the Pinnacle Achievement Award in Best Memoir? Well, yes, it did. And our recorded audiobook turned out to be more like an old-fashioned radio drama, which really fit the era. Now you can listen to Mr. B on Google Books or in Audible or through library checkout systems. Capture Books is currently in production on a new book called Indebted by Charmaine Hafen. And this is a fantasy book targeting young women, and it truly is of mythic proportions. It deals with loneliness and the wooing of a heavenly father in the middle of the difficulties and temptations and self-doubt, and also just magnanimous strength that some women have in some of their talents and gifts. And so I would highly recommend, if you are interested in that kind of genre, to sign up and get our advanced reader's copy as soon as we're finished with production. You can even help us with the proofreading process. So sign up for Indebted. Both of the authors of Soothing Rain are wonderful and respected presenters, especially for women's retreats and Bible studies. Sue Summers wrote the questions for Soothing Rain, and she is a retired librarian in Colorado. She really probes deeply with the ideas presented in Soothing Rain, but also they're incredible crowd breakers. They're discussion bonders for women in their groups, and people are using it to create conversation and to get to know one another and to create that body life on a more pragmatic and a more real, more rewarding level. Tanya Blessing is the author of the subjects in Soothing Rain, and she has an amazing ability to be transparent and full of good humor, encouraging women to talk about the issues going on in their lives and some of the events and just how they would react to them, how the Lord would ask them to react, and how they sometimes fail, but also how they win and how they can be mentors for one another. So Tanya's book is just a reflection of several years writing devotionals and excerpts for women's ministries, of a variety of ministries and missionaries. Our authors are always honored when a podcaster requests an interview with us, and Eric Nevins with Halfway There interviewed Lynn and Tanya Blessing, and she's also started a podcasting radio show in Africa where she's able to work with a translator to give her Soothing Rain devotionals out there. And Michelle Ghosh has also hosted Tanya on her show, Altered Stories. Tanya's reader's favorite historical fiction novel, The Whispering of the Willows, is getting a sequel this year. The Melody of the Mulberries will be coming out hopefully before the Christmas season for gift giving. Hey, what's this smile all about? DJ Kathy Joy was featured on a competing radio station with Favor. Why? Because she's just launched her gift book series. It's a seasonal series called Breath of Joy, and her first book is called Simply Summer. She's working on Autumn, which should be out by autumn in time for Christmas. And it's so delightful. It's such a nice gift to send instead of a card. With a slight upgrade, you can really impress the person you love for a much longer time, because this book is exquisite in its poetry and the combination of beautiful pictures. Every page is really an aha moment. Leap into the waves of summer with a simply irresistible gift book. This is the first Breath of Joy, Simply Summer. We are currently in production on Autumn. Whenever a book wins an award, it's an automatic opportunity for a new announcement to the world. And it's a new landscape. It's a new premise that we have something new to announce. And in this case, the Psalm hymns, one was awarded a finalist in the forward reviews, and then shortly thereafter, it also won the gold medal in education by the Illumination Company, which is a Christian award company. And so we were able to do a couple different advertisements and e-blasts about that accomplishment. And so that's why Capture Books is always trying to promote its authors and its books. Okay, this group looks super spiritual, don't they? They're our psalm singing group, and they promote the book Caroling Through the Psalms, and that's an excerpt from the larger book Psalm Hymns. And they sang at 7 o'clock in the morning at another radio station to market for the Advent season between Thanksgiving and Christmas for Caroling Through the Psalms. If you're a bookseller, you can get our books by directly contacting us at capturebookstore.com or at booksforbondinghearts.com or at capturemebooks.com. And if you are a reader, you can get our books at any reliable bookstore or online at christianbooks.com or, of course, on Amazon. Our authors have discovered that bloggers are really great gifts to new writers and new people in the marketplace. They have influence over their own lists and their own contacts. Their opinions are objective, so they don't have to give you any good review, but when you get a great review, you can spread that in your own social network and your own email contact list. And so we're always very grateful for bloggers who notice our books and resonate with the heart of the author who wrote that book. Boy, was our author, Tanya Blessing, surprised when she was given the opportunity on the spur of the moment to sit down and promote Capture Books. And she really embodied the verse of be ready always to give an answer for the hope that lies within you. We really have a higher mission, and our books are our own unique voice. They embody what God has been doing in our lives. And so she sat down and she just spouted what came to mind and did an amazing job on that television show. We advertise on Amazon, on Kindle, through book clubs and review clubs. Several libraries purchased one or more of our books in the last couple of years, and we're hoping to grow in our distribution to libraries. Our authors automatically get e-blitz campaigns that are targeted to library lists and contacts and to church and ministry contacts, as well as to their own contact list. So whenever we send out information regarding their books or content marketing that has their name as a byline, we try to target anybody that would be interested in that particular book. One of the most daunting things that new authors face is making their books available to Baker and Taylor and to independent stores, franchise brick and mortar stores, and to online stores like christianbooks.com. And this is one of the main services that Capture Books employs. One of the things that Capture Books does is teach the authors how to gain more than one revenue stream. It might be through a book teaser or through a series of books rather than just the one that they intended to publish. And it might be that they are able to contribute to editing or formatting or some kind of valuable addition to the company. And through our membership knowledge of one another, we can help each other gain new revenue streams. We partnered with another organization in order to promote mystery boxes as gifts and subscriptions. One of our taglines is honest to goodness books, and we strive to be honest in our presentation and also good for the heart. We strive that our books look good, the quality is good, and the storyline is good. What we put out there is well researched and well edited. Who would have thought that making money had a downside? Capture Books has hosted an author seminar by a CPA for tax questions and discussion. So off we flew. Authors need to present their books and to give away advanced readers copies, autographed copies of their books, and sometimes to present on their expertise on a subject that they've written about at different book festivals, product festivals, and any other opportunity that they have for festivals and expos. So most authors and even small businesses don't really have the resources required to do extensive advertising and book promotions and traveling around displaying their books and presenting themselves as authors. And so that's the advantage of Capture Books, because we try to embody the biblical mandate to be a body, to equip one another, to teach and help, and to encourage one another, and just to make each other be as successful as possible and be happy when each one succeeds. Part of learning to run a Christian-oriented business is learning character strengths and things that you wouldn't encounter in other situations. So we've learned some really important things this last couple of years together, gaining pieces of the puzzle in our business. We've learned courage and discipline and integrity and empathy and community. We've learned our craft. We've really had to dig in. It's been hard work. There's been times that we've wanted to give up, and there's been some tantrums thrown, but we're here for each other, and that's a beautiful thing. Authors, if you've learned anything from this presentation, we're hoping that you've learned together life is better, and it's less expensive, and it's more valuable. Is your mind full, or are you being mindful? It's a big difference, huh? There's so much information thrown at us as new authors. How do you sort through it? Which is valuable, which is just another scam? And that's one thing that we do at Capture Books, is kind of help each other to learn to be present and to talk to one another, to vet the offers that are out there and all the noise, and enjoy the process. We want to just lay that down before God, and also to just do our jobs as well as we can. So it's that strange balance of being a good steward and also resting and knowing where our blessings really come from. If there's anything that we can do to help you enjoy the journey, let us know.